Okay, Jonathan and I are going to break down today's new 8 counts. We're going to start with our prep, right? So it starts with this 5, 6, 7, bounce, and 1, 2, and 3, da 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 da. So before we do anything with the arms, you're just going to do this bounce. And this is probably the easiest way to get into it. And you're with the beat 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. The key really is if I see people start like this, and 1, 2, and 3, then we lost the bounce, right? If you're just focusing on and 1, then you don't have and 1. That's really the key, that bounce on the 1. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Then we have the arms, all right? Because a lot of times when we focus on the arms, we kind of forget the legs and we start staying still. So we got to get here. So 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. So the arm is just basically, we're just gonna, you want this one or do you want this one? This pie, that pie. Change, right? So you're gonna change here. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Right here, we're just dusting off the shoulder, dust off the shoulder, dust off the pants. Okay. So far the prep is probably not that hard. Okay. Let's try it one more time. The prep. 6, 7, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. I did kind of like a cold shit.
Brr.
As far as the prep, this part of the prep, right? What you do with your arm is kind of like secondary. There's really no like key, like what you gotta do with arms. So anyways, now we're gonna move on to Steve Martin. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, same thing. The key is you're bouncing, your hips going down, knees bending on the beat. Okay, but now you're gonna lean back and front, back and front. As I lean more and more, I'm gonna pick up the leg, pick up the leg. So when I lean back, knee comes up, lean forward, heel comes up. 7, 8. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. Then we're adding the arms. We're crossing like Wakanda forever here. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. So we're crossing and opening. Okay. So the hard part is that switch, this little switch right here. 4 and 5. So if you're having trouble with that, I would suggest putting the knee down or putting the foot down on the 4. 4 and on the end, just put your knee down or put your feet down. But once you get better, then you're gonna go 4 and 5, keeping it in the air. Keeping it in the air is a lot harder if your balance is not good, but as you practice, your balance should get better, okay? So let's give that a try. Steve Martin going to the right and back to the left. 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good, so that's our Steve Martin. Now, the newer stuff, a little bit challenging, but I think we still got it. This part I call a hacky sack. I don't know if you guys remember what a hacky sack is. It's like a sack of, I don't know, rice or potato beans or whatever in there.
How young do you think we are?
You guys remember hacky sack?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, see, we got one person like, I have no idea what that is. It's one of those things you kind of, it's a sack, right?
Beanbag.
I want to see beanbag or rice or whatever that's inside, and they just kick it. It's like a little beanbag that they keep in the air, like a soccer ball, and it's just soccer balls. Huh?
Foot juggling. Yeah.
Foot juggling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did
Exactly.
you ever play Kiki Uppy?
So the way to do it, I remember they hit it on the inside the shoes or the outside of the shoes. So it kind of reminds me of a hacky sack. So you're gonna hit here. But here's the key. The key is you're gonna land on the 1 with your left. 7, 8. 1 and 2. So right when I land, I pick up the right knee. 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3. On the and 4, I'm just gonna step out. Okay? 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're just adding the hacky sack. Inside, outside, inside. So 7, 8. outside, outside, in, and step. Okay. So that's our 1 through 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So here's the tricky part, right? The leg is the easy part. The leg, all you just gonna like stomp. Imagine you're like a sumo wrestler, you just go, and you're just gonna do that for 8 counts, okay? Arm is the tricky part, so you gotta pay attention to arm. Said, okay, you're gonna push forward on the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's stop right there, okay? So 1 and 2 pretty easy. We got 1 and 2 and right here. 1 and 2 and here's 3. I'm just gonna slide my right hand up. 3 and 4. So this part is okay. The next part is a little bit tricky. You wanna keep your hand, imagine your hands are glued together like this here, and you're just switching back and forth this way, okay? So there's no flipping going around, it's just flipping this way. Your wrist kind of just flips. Let's try it again. 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, from here, here's N, and my right hand is gonna just slide down and it kind of connects, the wrist kind of connects this way, okay? So again, let's go slow. 7, slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Here's 5, and you're just gonna bring it up. 6. All right, 5. And this is and. Then you're just gonna push. Here's the 6. Here's the 6. Sometimes your hand gets tired, it gets flattened, but you're gonna try to keep this as much as possible. Okay. One more time. 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now you're gonna box it. And, all right, this is 6 and 7. Right here, just squeeze it in. 7, push it, and here's our finish on the 8. Okay? So let's try it again. Do it slow. Do it without music and count. And then eventually you're gonna get faster and faster. Then you'll be able to meet with the music. 6, 7, count, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Good. Now we're going to try to do it with the feet, which is a little bit more difficult, but eventually we'll be able to do it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So notice that this only moves on the count, but not the and. Sometimes it's easy to go 1 and 2 and. You gotta stay. It takes a little while, but once you get it, it's like your brain has to work, you know, you have to shift here because the and counts versus non-and counts, okay? So we're gonna end there with that. Wanna go again from the top? Let's go from the top one time, and we'll end that for this week. From prep. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1 more time, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, happy second, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. This is 4. And next week we'll go finish 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. All right, practice.